here with the weekly community race. And we have returning runner Stev on the right, our team. I don't know that Sponge has been on the community restream, but I'm pretty sure we've seen Sponge before. We're going to go head to head and give us their best. They are about to start now. We're on Sponge audio. I can turn that down a little. All right. So both are left firsters. Exciting. And that is the snake room next to Ice Beam. So you can't get through that without morph. You just need a lot of health. Take a not commonly seen path. Let's press this button. So instead we're going right, and we get Space Jump as the first item. Cool. Space Jump, really good mobility. It's going to unlock a lot of things, and directly into Morph Ball. We're playing Herd Tricky once again. That means you can jump to the Moat Pedestal item, but it's not expected that you CWJ across. So you pick up Space Jump and use that to get across, and that'll be Morph Ball. Now Space Jump means you go top right. Turn this audio down too. Because if you go left, you can go through the faster Morph Tunnel. I think you actually can reach the bottom door, but it wouldn't expect you to reach the middle door. But going bottom door just wouldn't be safe. And I don't know that you could get back logically, is another thing. It's going to cost more energy to get back than to go down. And Morph Bombs. Exciting. Morph Bombs do not break Power Bomb blocks, so what comes to mind is Pit Room and the Gauntlet entrance. We find Ridley here. Ridley's a fun time, especially when you're not expecting it and lose 50 health just for no reason. Most rooms now have caution markers on them if you're going to take like potentially resetting amounts of damage. But 50 is not up there. So it doesn't have the caution. And then also, lower Mickey Mouse is another room where you're going to take a lot of damage, but it's livable if you're full. So it's another one where you can just get blasted if you're not ready. I'm pretty sure Pit Room is the better choice, and we get a reserve first. Oh. But then GT has an E-Tank anyway. So the E-Tank is a filler item. Once you have Morph, you can reach that item, but you can't get back. And so it's going to become filler. And the first filler location is always going to be an E-Tank with these settings. So that's why that was an E-Tank. The reserve is actual progression. The reserve lets you get that E-Tank and come back. And then you can use it to come through this middle door with bombs for the bomb wall. And it looks like they're both going to continue with one health tank, but of different varieties. And we get that map right away. So very nice. We get another free hollow dot here. Probably power bombs. Yeah, it has to be power bombs. And then what? And then you go back to your wreck ship. They can go into through Aqueduct and get that major, but that's gonna be a filler item. And the filler majors are the beams plus X-ray. So if they go to high jump, it'll be for a beam, most likely. I have been wrong before when making calls like that. But progression from here should be wreck ship. And it's probably grapple, too. Because we do see that Everest is here. I don't really see Everest doing anything, so maybe not. So maybe speed is more likely. Speed would unlock the aqueduct items. And there is a major up there. We get a save. Power bombing the Sovas is really slow. Probably just as fast to shoot them. But makes it out. Neither one is going to be too comfortable going for the... Well, I guess Stev doesn't need the E-Tank. But Sponge did take the save and is not going for the Hollow. The Hollow would be really nice. Because it could be Supers or E-Tank. Nice dodge of the snail. But this play is considered a one-way play. Because snail climb with these items is not in logic, and we get Spazer. I don't know if I trust either of them to know how to snail climb. We'll find out. But if they do, they can reach the top left item as well. But I think it's pretty likely that you're supposed to get Speed Booster and use that to get both of these majors, and then return to ship. You're gonna try it. But the logic says you can enter Aqueduct, but you can't get out. And so that makes this location a filler location, because you can reach it, but not make it out safely. And so put a filler item there. And yeah, snail climb, all bad experience. It's not in hard logic. It is in very hard logic. There's a variation of snail climb that is in hard logic. And we're getting another major here. But it expects high jump and spring ball. Or technically grapple, gravity and spring ball would work too. Okay, looks like they can do it, so I'm going to start marking items. If Sponge takes a snail hit, he dies. That's because of... the reserve tank will run out of iframes, and then the snail will hit it again, and snails deal 100 damage. I think that's wrecked ship on the left. Wrecked ship main shaft, with all the doors. Yeah, so having a E-Tank is a lot stronger than having a reserve. Unless you're specifically doing the pause abuse strats. And most of the time you're not. But yes, this is our community weekly race for Super Metroid Map Randomizer. This is we have a small lobby today. It's only 4 people, I think. So we got 2 of them. These weekly races are group races. So unlike the tournaments, which are 1v1, this is a group race. So you can be like playing differently. Thinking about that. Because it's a lot more people to beat. And yeah, we're in between the tournament races. had one matchup that was just being played. Not technically over yet, I don't believe. And then another one later tonight with Zeb and Nitro. Zeb is in this race. And probably is the favorite to take the overall race, but we are focusing on Sponge and Stev here. So Butterfly Room, in hard logic, you're expected to use bombs to get through it most of the time. It's not well known, but you can use bombs, like just spam bombs, to get out of the sand in that room in particular. But otherwise, you're expected to bomb into the room if there's an air room on the side, and that will trivially let you cross the room. You can also just jump into a room, but you have to control your jump a little bit if you're doing that. Yeah, so instead of having the extra energy, was able to go through Rising Tide and back. If Sponge did it, they'd need to either move really well or find a firm spot on the other side. And that's going to be our first supers. Oh, wow. So this is how you get out of the sand logically. Use more bombs. Oh, gonna show it off again. Nice. And all you do is mash bombs. But very not well known. People always, like the racers that are being streamed are always going to show off the down grab. Because that requires fewer items, so it's more commonly available. But it's a little bit more of a knowledge check, because you have to do a particular set of inputs. So that would be a very hard level trick. So it looks like the grab tunnel. Just do a gate glitch to get to the map. I think you really want to save if you're gonna be going for that map. But right now we have speed. And speed will let you get the aqueduct item, which is probably gonna be a good item. But as far as we can tell, there's a lot of rooms open now. We have all the basic ammo now on both sides. A little bit of health, so we can't really go through all the heated rooms right now. But we can do some of them. And then space jump is the next biggest item. Space jump giving that mobility. Speed booster itself only opens up a handful of rooms. But it is going to give us this major. All you need to do is run into the room and ice beam. It doesn't come up in vanilla anywhere, but all you have to do is run into the room with speed equipped, and you can build that short charge. So left looks fine. Brinstar looks logically possible. Top of wrecked ship is the most likely thing for progression with that ice beam. Progression is going to be behind the hardest level tricks. And at the top of wrecked ship is the Batoon hallway room, is what I think I saw. And that's going to be unlogic by Ice Beam, which they just got, and Spring Ball. So you want to look for the most difficult tricks that are in hard logic, and the most recently collected item. Ice Beam for you. So you almost want to go out of your way to those locations if you can identify them. But once you reach the mid-game, it becomes really hard to tell what's going to be the next difficult trick. Yeah, you need a movement item to jump up to the higher platforms, or you have to do a pixel perfect jump. So jumps like that are very hard, and so we give them a movement item. It's not too concerned about taking Metroid damage. Kind of should be. So that's why it can be expected at this low health. But it's just Ice and Spring Ball. Spring Ball to jump up to the higher platforms. They're a little bit higher, a little bit out of reach for crouch jumps. Or no, they're a little bit in reach with crouch jumps. It's kind of the distance that's the problem. But we'll see if stuff goes directly there or not. The other thing is they just gotta save by going back to ship. And the map is right here. And it's not going to be a Fantoon map either. It used to be that you see Fantoon here a lot. But not today. And? Oh, these are crabs. This is good enough. So traded... no, you should farm the room. Huh? Oh, you're dead now. So we have Sponge into Brinstar. And it looks like Red Tower. We have East Cack Alley. That's going to be gravity locked. And it's mostly on the return route that it is gravity locked. We have X-ray Fireflies. It's a lot more common to get this confused with, at least in the naming convention way, with Lore Norfair Fireflies. Because they're not tied to the region anymore in Map Rando. Any room can be anywhere. West Ocean. So Metroids, they do either 80 or 90 damage. They do far too much damage. Oh yeah. Charge beam is what we see. I don't know what charge unlocks. That's a very nice item to have. Interesting to see. And E-Tank. Well, the E-Tank's really handy. I think what Sponge is doing is logical. We just see that there was a hard level trick up here on Steph's side. It led to charge. So I don't know what to expect from that. Charge does have logical uses. It's also filler. But we'll just have to see if it matters. Or how it matters. Usually charge is good for pseudo-screw strats. Boss fights, mini-bosses. As in Rockmire or Batoon. And also for killing stronger enemies. But normally you need a charge plus strong beams. So Ice Wave, Spazer, or Plasma. And also usually with Varia. That's a gravity suit. And a grapple. So it seems like the map dead ends at Wreck Ship. If that's how it is, then there's no reason to come back. And Sponge could end up missing charge. This is the really tricky jump that I was talking about before. Steph actually did the frame perfect morph to get some extra height or distance. Didn't really need it, but it just accidentally happens sometimes, and you're thankful for it. The frame perfect morph is like you do 2 down inputs to morph normally, and if your second one is also a forward press, and you weren't holding forward before, you press down and forward on the same frame, then you get a big speed boost when you morph. And you only notice it if you're underwater. Not getting the map. After the save, maybe. Because this is with an extra E-tank. The map should be not a problem to get. Seeing that be in the middle of 2 doors that connect to it, a little funny. Just sandwiched on both sides by Meridian. And Tourian connects, or continues down there. Still not going for the underwater gate glitch, can't blame them. Pretty much everyone has more trouble with that one than the regular gate glitch. Okay. So it does have the health for the map. I think that's enough to get out too. But it depends on your movement. There is a major right there. You don't want to leave majors behind. But it's gonna feel bad to reset and have to come back up here. It's like this is a lot of time being spent in Wreck Ship. And so far it's not required at all. Okay. No, I don't think Ice Beam like enables this major. Plus we found gravity by going the other way. And gravity's a pretty big find. So after seeing gravity, we kind of forget about logic. On Steph's side, we have mini crate room, and that is a pretty good farm room. So not worried about getting back. Just have to turn on speed. Then we have a Dragon fight. This is a Dragon with grapple and high jump. So high jump is an excellent item until we see the gravity suit. So gonna feel really good about that until gravity comes up. That's like the biggest advantage that high jump gives is underwater movement. You really need underwater movement to finish seeds. The other thing you really need is a way to survive heated rooms. And at the end of a seed, you need a way to kill Ridley and Mother Brain via damage. So right now they both have really good movement. So that is covered. Steph has charge. Sponge will not be getting charge. And hopefully collect some extra items just while exploring. Because I'm not going to be aware that they're not getting charge. Not getting high jump either. but that's not that big a deal. And now we're gonna see Steve head down into Brinstar. Maybe pick up a few hollows on the way, and that would be for E-tanks. Supers are good for comfort, crystal flashes, skipping Varia. I think the sandpits are a little dangerous, but it depends which one we go down. So left sandpit. This is logical with hard logic. You have high jump and space jump. So you wall jump up and then just bounce on the water. Yep. If you have high jump spring ball, that's in very hard. And if you have only high jump, that's in expert. Okay, so here we have, this is west. Yeah. So west sand hall, there's two hollows to the right. And with this sand hall, you can get both directions. I just can't take too many hits, because they do 100 each. But this is a really strong room for items. For Star Reserve. We see that there's two hollows here. Hollows can be supers, power bombs, E-tanks, reserves. Usually good, but E-tanks are a little bit better right now. We see Sponge died. I saw they were in a heated room, but didn't see the actual cause of death. Let's have a save. Probably not too far away. Actually, I think we lost the Dragon. So that was really costly. Just have to pull off the grapple kill again. Not a free kill. It is something you have to practice it a lot. And with that turret hit, a lot of people are less confident in the damage number when they're close to it. It's, I think it's a little under 200 with no suits. So it should be half that with gravity. Okay, got the right side kill this time. In some ways, right side is easier. Some ways it's harder. But does get that Dragon kill again. Steb has gained some ground. Does have to go through all of Brinstar. And is up 2 E-tanks. And mostly the charge. High jump's really nice to have, but it's not that big a deal. A charge can save you from hunting for a lot of items. We're getting a gate glitch. This one's not in water, so a little more comfortable going for it. Plus, this is 10 supers. Unfortunately, it doesn't get it. Gate glitches are in logic, but they expect that you take 15 tries. And it looks like we're getting a croc fight. So just gonna use charge to save ammo. That's really smart. It's not really faster to use ammo. Unless you're using supers and then you're losing your supers, and that's not worth it. So when you're grapple killing gambits on Sponge's side, you kill them individually. But if they're using beam shots, they could kill them all at once. But if you're doing a long farm, you want to turn off ice. And then this farm, because it's taking longer, that means you take more heat damage and need to farm it back. It looks like we're going through this room. The Tripper Ride room. Very close to hitting that spike. It does want to manually use reserves. And what do we have here? So we got the Tourian escape room. And it's connected to the map. So hopefully there's a save set up. I don't believe there is. And what do we have? We have hollows. Oh, there's a save. Okay. Nope, not going through East Cat Gully without gravity. And we saw Sponge ran into gravity while looking for the map. That was in Meridia, though. We got a pretty good amount of map coverage going. Okay, did escape the Yapping Maw. That can get super dangerous. Because while you're grabbed, you're going to be taking 60 damage from the spikes irregularly. But we're 31 minutes in, as we can see on the runner's timers. We're bringing you the streams of Stev on the right and Super Sponge on the left. I'm Aussie 101. I'm doing commentary, tracking setup, development of the randomizer. And you all get to watch this wonderful race. So yeah, you can give the runners a follow. This is part of Super Metroid Map Randomizer, and more specifically the community weekly races that we have every Saturday and Wednesday. There's also a Map Randomizer tournament going on that you should check out. It's on SpeedGaming, the various channels. There's a race later tonight between Zeb and Nitro. It could be excellent. But for right now, we're into this race. It's not too common that you have bombs to escape the Metroids, or that you have the energy to survive getting grabbed. But we have Seb into Brinstar without gravity. We found Mother Brain. Here we have the crab maze. I guess Stev is leading. That's what's happening. Wondering why we're re-seeing rooms. But we're heading towards this map. Tourian Hopper is pretty dangerous. They do like 120 damage. The save is nice. It's possible to avoid them. It's just very, very hard. Okay, so Sponge, I'd say needs to not go back to wreck ship. But Charge Beam is really good. Gotta know how comfortable they are with ammo. Crate up there, Major. Meridia, Norfair. So a lot of big information here. Take the toilet up to Crade. A couple bad heated rooms. But probably gonna go for the Major first. Yeah, the major's only a few rooms away. So not much trouble getting to that. And Sponge actually going a different way. I'm not sure what the plan is. But doesn't seem to want to go over the top of Croc Speedway. Wave is pretty nice because this is a charge-based finish. Like, hasn't had the chance to collect too many supers yet. But generally, wave there isn't very strong. Oh, there's a health refill, but it's a few too many rooms away. I saw that they went for the damage boost on the Ripper, but didn't actually get it. The idea was to use iframes to run through the Tourian hoppers. So they're gonna refill on the Metroids. Metroids are really good as a refill. But they do cost some ammo to kill. It's a bit of an issue. The problem is that if you use missiles, then they usually give you a lot of missiles back. And that's not health. But didn't have the supers to go for super kills. So this will be step up to Crade. You get this hollow. Actually, really wants more energy. Okay. Because it's lower Norfair main elevator room. Main hall. You got freeze the fish. Just ice. Pretty sure just ice is enough to get through beach room. Bottom to top. I don't recall if jumping out of the water is in hard, but I think it is. And doing the tricky wall jump. But this will be Step's first boss. 37 minutes. Has a pretty solid set of equipment, but is missing that gravity suit. Okay, Sponge is about to get the map now. They were losing quite a bit of time not having this map. The Spring Ball Room item is gettable. So I think we also likely see the wave grab and then the crate fight. Boss kill. After that, you're just out of here. I don't mind getting the item on the way out either. I'm kind of expecting both of them to look for Varia. I don't really know what to expect. Not sure what their experiences are with a suitless Ridley fight. I picked these Restream racers based on their race time points. Go for two who are close together. Because it is mostly about bringing a balanced race onto these Restreams. You don't want to have a top finisher against a mid opponent. Because then that's not really much of a race. But this should be a close one. I think I like Stev's position more right now. They're just moving more fluidly through the seed at this point. Like, I could see sponges being closer to the end. Although getting this missile isn't very helpful. It's also really problematic to not get the missile. Because they're not on a good course to get charge. So if Sponge is planning on getting charge, then I think they're in danger as far as the race goes. 7 to Meridia. This is where Gravity was. Gravity was top of West Ocean. And that'll help a lot with the movement. And it seems like Varia's gonna be in Norfair. Norfair is gonna be the last location we haven't seen yet. Wreck ship had charge and high jump. We saw Stev hang around there for quite a while. Took the time to get the map and collect every item, even though it took a couple of resets. So it seemed bad at the time, like time-wise, but it did give some powerful items. And actually, they've been doing a lot without gravity, so it probably was very helpful to have high jump, just from what rooms it lets you do. Like, normally it's negated by gravity and space jump. Okay, there we have grapple. Yeah, I think Sponge just spent too much time here in Brinstar. And also did have that pretty bad Tourian death. But I think we expect to see Tourian next from Stev. And they're gonna get a Dragon kill, make a run for the map. First has to get the Meridian map. Like, Sponge has a lot more useful information still. I think we're on audio desync. I don't know. So let's see. We get that E-Tank before Kraid, very convenient. Oh, we still don't have Kraid yet. Yeah, this Brinstar is taking a very long time. Like, it is Meridian knowledge and Tourian knowledge that Sponge has over Stev. But this Brinstar is taking so long. Okay, we're about to get the map. Learn what's up. Oh, I guess claw blocked. So just Tourian. There's the save before Tourian. Not having the best Kraid fight. Get some stand up. Okay, it does get it done in the end. And gonna take a boss lead. Stev did spend a lot of time in Wreck Ship, but there was no boss in Wreck Ship. It was just for the items. But Charge was there, and Charge is a really big item. The meta is to play for Charge, and I think most runners are more comfortable finishing with Charge and not trying to count ammo. because if you are playing for ammo, you have to actually be very accurate with everything you do. That's kind of hard. So as soon as Dev gets this Dragon kill and map, he'll be caught up on information. He'll be ahead on information. We need Sponge to go to Norfair next. At least that's what I think. Like, not having charge might be a true problem. But if you had all the items, you'd go to Norfair next, get the remaining bosses. They've been sitting at 10 supers for a long time. It's another very nice quick kill. Everyone's so good at that now. Yeah, the grapple quick kill takes a lot of practice. I'm used to seeing a lot of misses. Okay, so it's not the easiest map to get, but Steph has a lot of E-tanks now. It's behind two pretty bad heat runs. There's a save here on the left, but there's not really a reason to check it. And then what is this item? Yeah, reserve tank. There are 3 majors left. Plasma, Varia, Screw Attack. So once you get the Norfair map, you probably just search for those majors. Instead of worrying about a Suitless Ridley fight. Suitless Ridley, not in logic, but it's rare that it comes up where he's actually blocking your path. But we have seen it. Okay, so we're already at the map. But I don't think there's a save setup, so we have to run back. Yep, nothing in Tourian. Sponge is heading to Norfair. They're gonna get Varia coming this way. But does not have the ammo for Ridley. That's how you don't suffer like devastating time loss, is if you kill Ridley here. We can be expected to do lava dive with these items. Space jump gravity means you don't need to take too much damage on lava dive. Missile pack. We see Sponge kind of has enough for Crystal Flash. It's just rather hard to keep your supers full when you only have 10. Same on Steph's side. So he's gonna have to backtrack all the way. I didn't like that Shine Spark that Sponge did. You're trying to manage your energy here, and it doesn't really save that much time. But Spore Spawn is actually a pretty good health farm. So gonna make back most of that energy. It's a pretty helpful fight. Usually you can skip it. It's actually that uncommon to see Spore Spawn here at the top of climb. A lot of the time you can skip it by going to the right. Through the top right door. Spore Spawn takes 3 supers and a missile for 960 health. And down he goes. And yeah, I got back a ton of energy doing this. And it's gonna be good, because we're still exploring. We don't know when a heat room will come up. We haven't had to do any bad heat rooms, either lower Norfair rooms yet. So you really want to be prepared. Okay, we get a major screw attack. I mean, I don't think there's a major you didn't want if you're going for screw attack. That'd be the weakest one. So lost some time checking it, and time is health. You lose less energy going down through the volcano lava. Thinking about it. Gravity gives half lava reduction in Rando. Also, you don't take lava damage during the refill of reserves. In the other Super Metroid randomizers, gravity gives you immunity to lava, but here it's only half. Which is kind of annoying, because you can't stand in lava and farm enemies. Okay, so Stev's gonna miss out on Screw. Runs into Lava Dive. Not looking good for Lava Dive. Actually could benefit from the Spore Spawn fight the same way that Sponge did. Here we have both of them heading to the right. So for progression, they're both in the same place, but Stev is up charge and high jump. Bunch has screw attack. Screw attack matters if we have to do any lower Norfair rooms, have key hunters. But we don't know if that's going to happen or not. And charge is certainly useful right now. So I give the edge to Stev. Cosine room. With the Varia suit. Big find. So don't have to worry about energy that much anymore. I gotta lower the value on screw attack a lot as well. Because now those lower Norfair rooms are a lot less dangerous. That map's still way out there. Okay, here we go. Here's some lower Norfair rooms. Looks like they're gonna go up and above Spore Spawn's room. And look for a very long horizontal room to get close to that map. There is an item in Gauntlet E-Tank room. Passing on it for now. This farming really adds up. That was like a solid minute of zapping bugs. But we're getting the lava dive play. Wasn't there a save on the right? I don't think I saw stuff take that. It seems like lava dive does lead to the map. And it is the Fantoon map. Because we found every other map. Oh, okay. This leads nowhere. We have a insult from the seed. Really put a lot of, at least time, invested a lot of time into this play, and just immediately punished. So what happens next? Where are they gonna go from here? I feel like they both did everything on the right side of Norfair. How's this map laid out? So we get Spore Spawn. It leads into Cathedral and Volcano Room. It does give a pretty good health refill. Okay, so Sponge's turn to go through the lava dive. Find that save room. Coming up on 55 minutes. So once again, this is the Map Rando Community Weekly Race. We have Super Sponge and Severovsky as the Twitch channels. Give them a follow if you like. Giving us a pretty balanced race here. The two of them are. Giving us a peek into today's randomizer seed. Not too busy of a lobby this week. Oftentimes there's a lot of racers, but here we only have a couple. What happened? Sponge reset Varia? He's throwing off my tracking. I don't like it. Okay, so we head through Gauntlet E-Tank, Super Pack. We're still looking for a way to get to the Norfair map. Big pink. Let's go. Plasma should be around here somewhere. Big pink's a good place to find majors. Charge beam is in wreck ship. They're nowhere near wreck ship. And Sponge is not trying to pick up missiles. And also not running into every single super. So probably gonna have to go to wreck ship later on to get that charge. And that'll be a huge time sink. So yeah, we are seeing all the lower Norfair rooms are here in Norfair. So it's very friendly that we're given various suit before having to do them. There you go. With various suit, you don't need to worry about your health too much anymore. Especially screw attack as well. That's another dead end. Is this the meanest map we've ever seen? How do you possibly get to this map station? Norfair is the biggest region. So, it has the most rooms in it. So in Map Rando, the rooms are not going to cross over each other on the map. So when you have a region that's cut like this Norfair is, You know that you're not going to cross through by taking this middle door of Big Pink. Unless you go over top of whatever the problem was. And I guess we must have. There's a lot of horizontal rooms now, so we're reaching the correct area. We run into the baby. That's not fun. Baby skip not in hard, not at all. Well, Sponge doesn't have high jump, so this is gonna be very difficult. But does have both suits and a bit of reserve energy. You can notice the reserve is updated on the HUD. So it's good to show you in bar form how much energy is in reserves. And that is thanks to a community member, Keelan. Community member, Keelan, I think. Who made that patch. Very nice. Step picking correct on the door a lot faster. So saving time here. I missed out on Plasma. Plasma is not that important. Pop the reserve on the Viola. And now getting Crystal Flash. A little spooky, using all your power bombs. There's one left. We did see that the Viola hit Sponge when he had 1 health. And because the reserve only had 11 in it, there was no second hit. You need 70-ish health in reserves to take a second hit from enemies. Okay. So just get your power bombs back right away, and then we also have Fantoon here. Yeah, Siege just being mean in a lot of ways. Making you go through the baby Metroid on the way here. Now we have Fantoon. Sponge did Crystal Flash for full health. So if you're just gonna deal with being on 41 and 2 reserves. And they're both into Fantoon at the same time. This will be full world knowledge for Dev. Sponge doesn't know about wrecked ship, but is going to know that charge is there. Problem is just too far away. Their ammo is not too bad anymore. If Sponge picked up all the missiles on the way, then they probably only need 1 more super to finish. But here they pretty much need 2 supers. Yeah, Sponge has the plasma, Steph has the charge, but neither one can microwave. Looks like we're getting an extra round here on the right. Oh, it's a fast. So finishes the fight as the first Fantoon is still exploding. It does take far too long. Then we get the map, then we find out what Ridley is. If we didn't know already. So it's Mother Brain. That's right, we did see Ridley early. That's when we fell into the room and lost 50 energy. So the race is going to be far, far closer than I was saying. Charge was the higher item, the farther away one. I think what you do is you get the map still and go for charge instead of collecting hollows. But those are kind of the options for Sponge. Right now we can watch them both race back to Rickship. The Sponge and Biv lead. And we get to judge their movement a bit. With ice on, plasma doesn't really clear your path any faster. It can be like practice for the escape. See who makes more stops. To pick up a missile pack. Now at 50-20. Sponge has picked up all the majors they've seen. So does know charge is in wreck ship. They're tied now. Like 2 screen lengths apart. And that does mean Steph caught up some. So you head down. Try to do a little dance on the door to fall through. Save your momentum. Try to avoid the ledges in the purple room. Just a little bit extra red today. Oh, running into a save. What that's about. Not any real reason why you'd want to save here. They both did fall into Ridley, so they're both aware. Yeah, looks like Stev's ahead after that save on Sponge's side. So closer to Ridley and has charge beam already. As well as high jump. I don't think it's been too clear how helpful high jump is. Very helpful early on when they missed gravity for a while. But after gravity, it's less clear when it's helpful. Yeah, randomizers, you mostly see the benefit of high jump when you're doing a vanilla speedrun strats, I find. Or like a particular strat that uses high jump. It's when you have a particular strat, or if you're doing like vertical movement. Back in Crateria. This is where Steph couldn't get the gate glitch and had to fight Croc. So Sponge is going to take the other path. And went straight up and then straight right. Then you do the U around the Etiquette room, and you'll be at red line. So both showing off their wreck ship climb. A little easier without high jump. I don't know if it's faster, because it probably shouldn't be. But it's easier to control your jumps when you don't have high jump. Pausing again. Both sides. Looks like the higher door in Plasma Spark Room would have been a little faster. But not by much. So Sponge does have the ammo for Ridley. The entire focus is on the Mother Brain damage. For Mother Brain damage, he's a little bit far away. For Ridley, he just needs to do a couple of power bombs, not even many. But Mother Brain it's the Ridley health pool where you can't use power bombs, and also you have to do the first phase by breaking the glass. So you can prepare for that by picking up charge. And this is where they diverge, and we see that Stev was the faster one to Ridley. Or the faster one to Rickshaw. So saving time just on movement. They both had to race from the same start point to the same goal. Missiles are faster DPS than new route beam. They're about double. And we also know that you have to pass by the ship right after Ridley. That'll be an excellent refill. And showing off a bit of how you're supposed to do a beam Ridley fight. And that'll be the kill. 111, all bosses down. Usually not too happy with that time. I don't know how Steph feels. But this has been a clear everything, collect everything, get lost in Norfair type of seed. So not that fast a race. This is X-Ray even. I forgot there was a third major here. Steph had the early E-Tank and was able to make the Rising Tide play a lot earlier. Had that X-Ray before the map. And then Charge is actually the faraway item. So last location Charge. At least you get full beam combo out of this. And it's gonna have a much faster time through Bottoon Hallway. So Steph had to do the ice clip, and it took a number of tries to platform through the room. That was before high jump. And there it is, Charge Beam. Gonna have the full tracker on one side. Missing Plasma on the other. Steph knew where it was, but it's not worth picking up. What is the value of Plasma? So if we say you basically have the ammo for all of Mother Brain 2, then about 40 missiles. 39. 13 seconds. So half of that. So it's about 7 seconds. If you just gave yourself plasma, it would save 7 seconds. And that's something you think about a lot in a dash randomizer, because that has fanfare, and the fanfare is about 7 seconds. What dash doesn't have is double super damage to Mother Brain, and that's going to change the math. So that's why 20 supers is going to be so strong here for this endgame. Doing double damage. So that is 1,200 each. Missiles are 100 each. No, 600 each. Double. Is my full tracker. Plenty of health, can take a couple of hit hits. It's not even going to be that long of a final phase. We are going to be skipping the third phase of the fight. Just something that Map Rando does. You skip the baby death cutscene. It is going to give you Hyper Beam. And also it is going to make you sit here. So it is important to damage down. In Super Metroid races, it is a point of, I'm going to say skill, to be able to damage down and like do stand-up glitch, hit your Hyper Beam shots. So that's like a skill differentiator between the runners. And some of that is cut out by skipping with Brain 3. Just an unfortunate loss. I think it feels a lot better to not have to go through the cutscene. There's also a lot more of an issue earlier on in development when the average seed time was a lot longer. And we both had the runners get a lot better at playing Map Rando, so they finish faster. And then there's been more quality of life to let you route better, play through the seed faster, have friendlier logic. And also the autosave in the final escape. So those are all niceties that have been added since the decision to remove Mother Brain 3. But people have gotten used to being gone, and it's gone. So, minute and a half left on the escape. If Croc wasn't already dead, he'd be dead here now. All the flags get set in the escape. I guess it depends what you're looking for. Varia is probably the friendliest if you're looking into Super Metroid randomizers. Varia.run. Dash randomizer is the one that's being raced in the mystery tournament. But that's mostly targeted at competitive racing. And then this is Map Rando. It's very customizable, but it also has a bit of a skill floor to it. It's also in a lot of development. Hard logic is the most polished. Okay, so step's done. Back to Sponge Audio. Yeah, in Map Rando, it can make you do pretty difficult things on the lower difficulties. But it does have tuning there. Like, it lets you turn off certain skills. Like, it lets you say that you don't want to do wall jumps, or like control how much heat damage you're expected to take. Things like that. I feel like wall jumps is the biggest one. But the heat rooms and water rooms are probably lower difficulty than you'd think in terms of where it's placed. think playing on what's it called? A normal item progression would be friendlier for not having to cross the entire map. Hurricane Challenge, you're going to put items in the most difficult places. And so they can make you do a lot of map traversal. But on a normal, it'd be pretty random where it puts them. It also gives you majors sooner. This is it for the weekly race. There's just this one race. There were, I think it was 4, maybe 5. Let's check. 6 racers, actually, in this lobby. So we're only showing you Sponge and Stev. But if you want to see more Map Rando racing, then you're in luck. SpeedGaming is bringing you another race between Zeb and Nitro later tonight. That's on 5, I think. It's in a couple hours too. Hour and a half? Oh, whatever that is. However clocks work. It's under the schedule command. And then that is Sponge finishing. Cracker. Okay, so GG's to Stev and Super Sponge. So Zeb won the race overall with a 111.59. Stev got second with his 118. And then we had Baron in third and Sponge in fourth. And now we're just gonna wait to see if they want to talk about the seed. Hey there, Stev. GG's.
Hey, GG's.
So is it Stev or Steve?
Let's just go with Steve.
Okay, that's what I've been calling you. That's your display name.
Yeah.
But you did get the win here. I guess how'd you feel about the seed?
Well, I felt like I wasted a lot of time in the early game going for, was it the wrecked ship map, I think? Cleaning up Major's hair. I felt like at that point I might as well just stick around and get what I can. In mid-game, in that Norfair, felt so bad.
Oh yeah.
That was awful. Like, I farmed for Lava Dive, I'm sure you saw, and there's just a save behind it, and I did spore spawn, and I just looped around.
Yeah, it just set you up to burn all of your energy, so you had to farm more.
It was pretty funny, but with that, seed wasn't actually that bad. It was pretty generous with the majors. I'm guessing it was faster to go up to Norfair first, because I think I went down to Burger first.
I don't know about that. I'm not sure how the map knowledge works out.
I'm not sure if you actually needed gravity to do Norfair first.
Probably not. Maybe it even keeps you away from Lava Dive. But we did see that Sponge did leave. I don't know if I want to wait for him to come up here. Explain what happened. And we're joined by the Super Sponge. That guy is here with us now. GG?
Yeah, GG's.
The seed.
Yeah. So 2 big differences in your routes. One was we had Stev stay behind in Rex ship and get the map.
Yeah,
and
thought of that.
A big part of that is because they had an extra E-tank early on, and so
Okay.
they had more space to stay. Got all the majors. And then another big difference was Sponge ran into gravity a lot sooner on the route. I think Seb went to Brinstar instead and spent a lot of time without it. But did have high jump to make up the difference.
Yeah, I feel dying after Dragon sucked a bit of time. That was pretty silly, but yeah, overall that just felt like quite a wander around the whole area kind of seed. That was just felt silly the whole time.
Yeah. How did you get trolled by Norfair at all in the starting area
Oh,
by Lava Dive and his force comp?
yep, I got suckered into going back to Lava Dive and
Yeah,
getting
same.
that nice welcome by a save station. That was funny.
It was very funny.
But yeah, I feel like I traveled all through North, except for to the right of Big Pink, because finally got the map after that. But boy, yeah, that's a heck of a map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even ran to Plasma before making your way to the map.
Yeah,
Yeah, Plasma's the only major I didn't find. Once I found Frontier, I was just going back to Ridley and then over.
yeah. I was just hoping for charge. I hadn't gotten that yet, and
Oh, really? Okay. I think I got charged pretty early.
charge was the last one I got because I didn't do wreck ship until the last
Oh,
thing
right,
because I
so
knew
next ship.
yeah Ridley was there, so I figured I'll come back way later, and boy, yeah, I came back way later.
Yeah, I actually miscalled that kind of bad. I forgot that Ridley was there and that he had to come back anyway. So I thought you were just
Oh,
gonna mischarge the whole seed.
right.
But
I
no, you
think
had to
that
come
wreck
back.
ship map was doable. It's doable on one E10, one Wizard. Like, I tried it, and I could have got it, but I didn't turn off Speed Booster for Single Chamber, and it screwed up my space jump.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I figured I wasn't even gonna try that.
Yeah, early on, like Steph had the extra E tank, and then I think as part of staying in Wreck Ship had more E tanks, and that just helped generally with heated rooms later on. Um, and like made the trip through Tourian a lot safer, and that's where you took your death after Dragon.
Yeah.
In mid game, I only had 10 supers for like, I don't know, half an hour. It felt like I was trying to keep topped up so I could crystal crash just in case,
Right.
but I never had to. Luckily,
Eh,
it was a fun seed.
Yep, a pretty alright seed. Um, you know, pretty early
yeah.
movement items, stuff like that.
Yeah. Early space. Would be early high jump had I pursued, but yeah, it wasn't that bad. No forced Variolus Ridley for me, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I didn't know if dipping into like I dipped into Aqueduct early. I probably shouldn't have. I was doing autologic snail climbing. I'm just getting nothing for it. But I think the logic might want you to get the high jump boots before you go into Aqueduct.
I
uh,
think so, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, jumpless, suitless, nail climb isn't in logic on hard. I think.
right. Logic one is speed here.
Okay.
Okay,
Speed
right.
gets you the items to the top right door and the top left door.
Oh, that's right. It would. That's right. Eh.
So high jump
Oh
was just
well.
filler.
High jump location was that was Spazer, I think. And that was filler.
Hmm.
Yep. The aqueduct, it's either high jump and spring ball for snow climbs, or just speed booster and the lower left door as a dry room.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, thanks to both of you for coming on, agreeing to be on restream, and thanks for joining the weekly race we have here.
Yeah, thanks for
And-
hosting.
Thank you, Essie.
So with that, if you have anything you want to say, now's a great time for it. Otherwise, I'm gonna close it out.
Yeah, just good games. Good game.
Yeah, good games. I think everybody should check out the map render tournaments going on. There's been some really good races in the past couple of years.
Yeah, there it is. I keep looking for my schedule for the races coming up later. I finally found it. So we have Zeb and Nitro tonight at 7 Eastern on SpeedGaming 5. And then tomorrow at noon Eastern is going to be Andy and Fat Scott. And those will be the remaining map randomizer tournament races for this set. We still have MM2 and opponent to schedule. Yeah. Otherwise, there's gonna be lots of content here on SpeedGaming. I feel like all the channels are always filled with more races, especially since we're into SpeedGaming Live season. The online tournaments are beginning to, I guess, come closer to finishing. And then we get to look into SpeedGaming Live in-person event coming up in October. And so that'll be a lot of fun. But for now, we're done here on 4. And see you all next time.